All right. All right,
Oh man.
ah,
So what's the status on cameras, boys? We're gonna get all the cameras one day. Everybody get the camera
ah.
set.
You think darkness is your ally?
Shit, you gonna set me up with the camera?
I got
1v1 for
some.
us.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, that
One v one
works.
for the camera.
I
It's
was fond of it,
it's really funny
molded
though,
by it.
because remember
I
back in
didn't see the
Yu-Gi-Oh.
light. Hmm?
Remember back when we were watching Yu-Gi-Oh. I was like, I
What's
can't
up,
believe.
y'all? It is your
Oh,
boy Ideal Tone, and I am here to make it known that we are back with another episode of Binge or Cringe. And this is what, episode 2 for 2022. I like the way that sounds.
mhm.
So we're gonna get into it. Today's episode is literally about one of the biggest hitting anime to ever be brought to Netflix, called Record of Ragnarok. It's hit so many people in so many different ways. It's really like, whether it's really inspiring, it's really entertaining. There's no way that you don't jump into this and find something to enjoy out of it. But before we get too deep into that, let's go ahead and go around the table. First, we have my boy Argent.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm swinging in from the Blur Bar, hitting with Ideal Tone here to try to make it known, because you know we stay in the zone. We're going to get it all up and
Oh
grown. All
no.
right, so I'm just one of your hosts today on video. Uh, and we're here to talk about a highly contested anime. I'm excited. I'm going to kick it over to the next person. Who's next?
Next is the one, the only, the king of the kings and queens, King Cryptid.
I don't know how to come in right now because we just had two intros. It's like we got two hosts. But ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, welcome to the show. Good to see y'all again. Back to you, Tone. Let's get it going.
Followed by the one, the only brother from another mother, and I mean Umi. Grim, too cold.
Yo, what's up, everyone? You know, I'm here, and I ain't square, so you all can know what you can do is mind your business.
Bars, bars, bars.
Followed by the one, the only, the great godfather of anime, Cobalt 70.
What up? What up? Let's get this.
All right. And then last but definitely not least, the one, the only, the nullified saint.
The best for last. Where my wings at?
I love it. Where my wings at?
Yeah, well, you getting the lemon pepper or you getting the hot today, bro? Like,
Nah, bro. It's all about garlic
Oh.
parmesan, dog.
see, I ain't gonna lie.
Garlic parmesan.
See, where was you at, Argent? Were we
Dry
watching
or
them
wet
garlic
rub though?
Parmesan wings we had? What was that? The Parmesan?
That was
garlic wings we had?
it's just wings, bro. It's just
That
wings.
was fire.
Nothing but
Like,
wings.
There's no confusion about what they sell.
Nope. That's
that was
it.
Fire.
If you want pizza, you get the wrong fucking place. I'm telling you. It's just
Definitely
wings.
at the wrong place. But yeah, so let's hop on into it, see what we got to talk about, see what we got to do. But without further ado, guys, like I said, this is Binge or Cringe, and we are back with episode 2 for 2022. I'm pretty I gotta count, go back over it, but I'm pretty sure we're at technically episode 33, I believe. I could be wrong. I gotta double check.
Guys, I'm pretty sure it's episode 69.
Oh man. But yeah, so today we're here to talk about Record of Ragnarok. By the if anybody can do me a favor though, I forgot to hit up Risky. I know he really wants to be here, but I don't know if he didn't tell me
I
if
got
he was
you.
at work or whatever. I
I
think
got
he
you.
was off, but he wasn't sure. So if anybody can hit him up and remind him. But yeah,
We
so
interrupt your regularly scheduled program. If you have seen Risky,
1-800
yes.
binge or cringe.
Oh, hey,
we only on WhatsApp. So.
But yeah, so let's get into it. I guess I'm gonna start off. Let's just open the table up before I actually ask a legit first question. Open the
Okay.
table up. How do you feel about it, man? Like Record of Ragnarok. What was your thoughts going in to this joint? Like,
Okay, so I think, let me know if I don't speak for everybody, but I think I speak for everybody here. I there he
Oh,
is.
there it is. Let's go.
Hold on.
Let's go.
Hold up.
Let's
Hold up.
go.
A new challenger
Jeez.
approaches. Introduce yourself, man.
Oh, hello. I'm so sorry I'm late.
It's all good, man. You know what? No, sorry to take this from you, bruh, but finally and definitely not least, the legendary Risky Sama, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought she was about to tell him no, he had to go home.
Like, no, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to leave.
No, you have been
All right,
voted
cool,
off
bro.
of the island.
But anyway, I think let me know if I'm just speaking out of turn here. If I'm bugging, let me know I'm bugging. All right. I found this anime through the memes. Which meme you asked? The titty meme. That's how I found this anime. Because I was like, what is the titties? What is this? And then I found this anime. If y'all not if viewers, if you don't know which titties I'm talking about here, there's a meme because Aphrodite in the show has two people.
Oh, no.
holding-
Got you. I was lost for a
And then-
second.
Yeah,
I was
no,
lost.
and then but they took it and then they started doing with a whole bunch of different other anime characters. Like there's one with Hisoka and then Gon and Killua are like holding the titties, and it's ridiculous. But it just goes like so. I saw the titties and I was like, well, for science, I have to investigate. What about
What is the story around these titties right now? What's the world building?
So how do y'all come across this series? Did anybody read it before watching it?
No, I'm gonna be
No.
real. I'm going to go read it, but I didn't. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I have to agree with you, Arjun.
The
That's
memes.
why that's the meme. It was
The
like, where
memes.
the fuck is this coming from?
And I would definitely like to expound here. Here at Binge or Cringe, we do not focus on the titties. We focus on the content and the story and what the story can bring to you, viewers. It's not
Speak for
just
yourself.
Some of us are here for just the fan service.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew somebody was going to rebuttal. I knew it.
I'm not focused
She
on
had
the
some good.
titties.
She has some good content, if I must say.
The titties.
Well, I discovered it because it was just there. And then thankfully, it doesn't take long to get to the titties. It's like episode 1.
It's
But
not the titties. This
it's
episode
not.
is about
It's not.
It's not
But
about
it's not. It definitely keeps your attention though, and you're like, huh. All right. So what are we doing again? Like, that's what it was. I mean, it was just there. It was on the list. I was running out of things to watch.
But
Seemed cool.
Let's be real.
Come on.
Let's be real though. After like that passed, it definitely wasn't about it at all. It was literally about the constant, overwhelming brawling. Like, it's like
I was told to watch it because it was something that was really good, and it's crazy because my reaction to how anime was, like, I didn't like it. I thought it was for nerds. It was like that was my wife's reaction, and after her watching one battle, she said, "This is the shit. I'm gonna get some popcorn and watch it with you." And she watched the entire fucking series.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
The world go around, brings couples together.
Spreading love, one brutal fight at a time. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. So, and I can tell you the fight that was captivating to her. It was Zeus versus Adam.
I about to say, happy Adam.
No.
It was because Adam was stark naked. That's why.
Probably.
Not to say that.
He had a fig leaf, okay?
He had a fig leaf. I'll give him that.
Man, we all know what was behind that fig leaf. We all adults here. And she knew
Cobalt,
what was behind
no.
her.
Ezra. Oh, excuse me. Risky. I use your government.
I guess I can go next. Well, I was told to watch it a while back, and I had a list going, and you know me, I tend not to watch every anime that everybody else is watching at the time because I like to watch at my own pace and see it without people telling me, "Oh, it's fucking awesome! Oh, it's great!" This and that. I don't want to
Yo,
believe
no. Real quick, there's this anime. You gotta watch it, bro. It's called Ghost in the Shell. It's
I'm done
crazy,
with him.
dog.
But basically, yeah, I was told that this would be coming up, so I had to do it I had to do it for the podcast. I had to give it a watch, and I don't regret it at all. I would say I definitely waiting for the second season. It's and I would watch it again to be honest. But like I said, I had a list, and I got to continue to catch up on that list. But it was a great anime, and I actually enjoyed all three. Well, should I say three fights? Yeah, I enjoyed all three fights.
All right. All right, who's next?
GG's,
Risky,
GG's.
Kobo.
Risky.
Yeah, I can go.
All right, go for it.
Um, so you guys are definitely where I heard about this. Like, I kind of knew that it was a thing, but I didn't pay attention. But you all kind of told me about it. But I'll be honest, when I started watching it, I kid you not, I thought that's where them titties came from.
The memes, man. Memes are important. Memes are very important.
Yo, I just coughed them.
I'm trying,
Oh
I don't got
shit.
enough.
Oh man.
Next cosplay.
Excellent, 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 Risky.
Next,
Uh, uh, uh,
All right. For me, I'd already seen it on Netflix queue because I anything anime pops up on my list, you know. And I was like, there was a couple animes that had come out that they had put out at the time, and I just put it on the back burner until you guys started raving about, it, and I went and watched it then. So
Wait, Kobo, are you trying to tell me that all of the ancients don't just have a psychic link of when a good anime comes out, and then y'all don't just link
no,
up?
but we do have like a
The
feel
council of
for good
symbols.
anime, you know.
The
We
past
know, we
judgment.
just know.
here's the thing: like they do have that from what Kobo has told me because of him and his buddies, but it dwindles with age.
Wait, so
That's a
you're not
lie,
saying
and
that they send it with
you
smoke
a
signals?
liar. You a liar. No.
Out here spreading false truths about the ancients. You will not speak ill of the ancients in my good Christian Minecraft server.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nah, I respect the ancients with all my heart,
I'm
bro. Real talk.
I'm calling the council. The council will be hearing of this. Council will hear of this.
All right. In about 2 to 3 months, Ideal Tone will be canceled on Binge or Cringe.
Ideal tone won't exist. It'll be Cobalt's Avenger cringe.
Nope, it will be nope. I'm passing it over to the king. The king will take it.
I can't do it. There can
I
only be
can't do
one
it.
host. There's only one host, and
All
that's
right.
Mr.
Well,
Tone.
All right,
let's
Jet,
get.
you're up next, then. You're gonna take over.
RG got enough to do with his show, man.
Hey,
Niggas
look at him.
doing
He's
a
got a
lot
freaking
on the
katana
show, man.
behind his chair.
It's gonna become a segment of his own show. That's what's gonna happen.
No, we'll still just keep calling it binge or cringe or ideal tone. It won't change. It'll be in our hearts. But anyway, speaking of binge or cringe, Tone, I believe you have some questions for us.
I do have some questions, and they are for the entire table. Question number one. All right. Besides, we all knew what drew us in, but what kept you going? Like, what was like, seriously? Like, there was so much that happened in here. There was the dialogue, there was the artistry, there was the graphics, the fights, the history, even the mythology. There was so much into it. What what kept your attention and kept you going?
Hmm.
Who
I
want
guess
to
I'll
go
go.
first? All
I
right,
guess I'll
thank
go
you.
first.
The king, the
I guess I'll
king.
go first.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, Broomhilda, when she stepped onto the platform or the steps to talk to the gods, and the way they reacted towards her, just telling her to shut up, you basically calling her a peasant or for the term, but I can't think
Well,
of the
they
term they.
she's a demi-human. She's a demigod.
Yeah, she's a demigod. I don't know the term that they called her,
The
but they
lowest of the demigods.
but they were like bad mouthing her. And then she said, how about you give humans a chance to prove how strong they are, and all the gods were just like, shut up, they're nothing. We'll squash them. They can't do this. They can't do that. They're nothing. They're beneath us. And when that started happening, I said, holy shit, Broomhilda has something up her sleeve, and I think this is going to be really, really good. And I'm telling you, from the first fight to the last fight, it wasn't disappointing at all. So that's what caught me. That's what caught my attention. Because at first I'm like, this is going to be trash. There's only 11 episodes, blah. And then when this started to elevate from her just like snapping on them, and then Zeus like, be quiet, everything's gonna be all right. Let's have this Ragnarok. I'm gonna enjoy it. And then his freaky ass was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. He like,
He was like, "Jokes on you! I'm into this shit.
We're
I'm
gonna get to
into
it.
it."
We're gonna get to it.
so that's what kind of got me to like, yeah, this is gonna be dope. All right, I'm done.
All right, who wanna take the next go around?
I want to go last.
Oh,
I'll take the
all
next
right,
I'm
one
gonna say
then.
that now.
I'll take the
all
I
right,
next one.
got opinions.
all right,
So
Mr.
I
King.
am like I am a nerd when it comes to just like mythology type stuff. Like I used to read a lot of mythology as a kid, so whenever I see it incorporated into an anime, it doesn't take a lot for it to get cheesy, right? And
Right.
this anime for sure has its cheesy points where it's like, why are you putting this comedic relief in where it's at? It doesn't make sense. It's not really necessary. The action kind of carries it enough without it getting too serious, but still they really nailed it, like when they incorporated these legends around and put their own little twist on them. Like all of y'all, I can guarantee you did not expect Thor to look the way he did. And I'm just gonna start with him because that's the first
No,
fight, and
Hell
that's what you
no.
no,
see. That
no.
nobody thought he would look like that. And then what they
Nope.
fucking did to Mjolnir, oh my
Mjolnir.
god, dude, that was just mind blowing. After that fight, or at least that first episode when they had Lubu and Thor going against each other with their different little powers that they had, I was sold. I was good. I was like, all right, let's see what else they do. What else kind of spins they can put on it? And they already told you straight up they had 12 different gods and 12 different. I think that's what it was, right? 12. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
all right, easy. That's four seasons now? We only did three in one season. Easy entertainment. Let's go. So that's why I liked it.
All right. Who's next?
Mm.
I'll go next. You know, it wasn't my favorite anime. I'm probably going to be the dissenter on this one. I
Mm.
expected it to be better than it actually was. What did hold me, though, was the mythology. As he said, I'm big on history. I love reading that stuff as well. And that, coupled with the fact that I wanted to see who they'd match up to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Those were
Yeah.
the two aspects that I believe carried it.
Yeah.
The rest of it, I felt was cookie cutter. You know?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, like, hey, your opinion is fair. Your opinion is fair. All right.
I guess I'll go next. Basically, like Cobalt and Cryptic said, it's the mythology. And technically, yeah, at the beginning, yeah, you understand that she's a demigod, and you understand that there's hate there, but maybe I might not have heard that, and I just wanted to know why she hated them so much. Which I mean, because they made her seem like she was a peasant, filth, and I kind of wanted a little more of that backstory. But just hearing the backstory of all the people that fought, and basically, I mean, dude, every fight was great. I enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
every backstory from all of them. And
Mm-hmm.
like Cobalt said, I just wanted to see who was going to be fighting who. Like, I was anticipating, I was ready.
Risky. Did we lose Risky?
Hello.
He might be fathering. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
I am here. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good, man. Glad to have you.
What is the question again?
What kept you? Yeah, what kept you going?
Definitely what kept me going was the fighting. There wasn't
Mm-hmm.
anything better than the fighting that was going on.
Fair enough.
Like, holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a lot of what do you call it? It was a lot of legendary epicness
Mm-hmm.
going
yeah.
on.
Is it me? Is it my turn?
Yes, it is, sir.
All right, Cobalt, I have great news for you, buddy. You're not going to be the only dissenter here. When I started Record of Ragnarok, I started with a friend of mine, and we sat there and we watched the first episode, and I was like, okay, sure. And then we watched the second episode, and I got hit with this question. And I looked at them, and they looked at me, and I was like, is this serious, or is this satire? Like, is
Mhm.
this a comedy, or is this like,
Facts.
are they really taking themselves seriously? Because if it's being serious, oh man, this is bad.
Mhm.
And then if it is being satire or trying to make fun of the genre, it's not
Oh,
really
man.
funny. Like
Mhm.
it's not really funny, like so we got to the point of, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care for the series for a number of reasons. Now,
Mhm.
the action was pretty good.
Who that?
Oh my god.
Is
Who
that
that?
There
that
he
Xantar?
is.
Oh
Oh
dear
Xantar.
God.
man.
Oh dear
Oh
God.
man. Oh
It's
man.
about to get wild.
Um
Hello, everybody.
Xantar
What's up?
Boogs.
What's up,
But
Xantar? What's good, Boogles?
anyway,
What's up,
you
brother?
caught me just in time to rant. Anyway, so I Kobo, I think that was a perfect description of like it's cookie cutter.
Mhm.
Literally, and I'm only gonna start, it's gonna keep coming up. This anime is made of tropes. That's
Mhm.
it. There is
Yeah.
nothing, and correct me if I'm wrong. There is literally nothing original about this anime
Mhm.
at all.
Wait, I will argue one thing is original:
What the
the
figures?
matchups. The matchups.
Sure,
Yeah,
okay, you got
that's
me there.
original.
But
That's
other
Mhm.
than
original.
that, when you stop and think about it, the whole thing is a tournament arc, which is great. We love tournament arcs. That's
Yep.
fine.
No, yeah, this is
But
great. You know what, RJ? Now that your point, I see
oh, I'm
your
gonna
point
keep going.
100%.
I'm gonna keep
So
going.
No, your point, I see it
I
100%,
I
and I
want to
can
say
agree.
something
I can
when he's
agree.
done though.
I can agree that I definitely got like dark tournament vibes at one
Mhm.
point.
Bro, that is an insult to Dark Tournament. Stop.
No, it's not. It's not an insult to Dark Tournament because them fights were epic in both shows. That's all I'm saying. But I'm
Alright.
just saying, like the
But the
premise.
animation was also comparable to the Dark Tournament, which came out in what, the 90s? Are you kidding me?
Damn.
Like,
Mhm.
nothing. So
Right.
it's that's not fair because Yu Yu Hakusho's animation was like pretty good, and this animation was like okay. Now the art style I love, and I'm gonna move on after this. I'm not gonna monopolize the whole thing. I do love the sheer detail, like when you actually look at all the characters. It is beautiful.
Mhm.
It's really cool. But like went into Thor's backstory. Why? They went into Lubu's backstory like, and if they did it in one episode, that's fine. That joint was 3 episodes, dog. The actual fight.
For the one
Because we
fight.
condensed down the actual fight. I think the fight would be literally like 11 minutes, maybe 7 minutes itself. Most of it was the backstory of like, oh, Arthur is a sociopath. Bet you didn't see that coming. And it's like, oh, okay.
But though, I'm gonna push back on that just a little bit because I think the
Please do.
character development or not development, but the character explanation that each fighter got really helped tie into their fights and made their fights a little bit more emotional. Yeah, the whole thing around the fights is very cookie cutter, but the actual fighting itself, and like Cobalt was saying, the matchups, it's like every character, it was this big thing between gods and humans, but every individual fighter had their reason to fight. And if you didn't look
Mm-hmm.
at Lubu and Thor's backstories, you wouldn't know that they were both completely fucking bored out of their mind. That they wanted somebody to just really go and throw hands with. So when they got to episode 3, they're unleashing all their like everything that they got all the way until, well, I don't know how much we can spoil, but the end of that fight where it was
This
like
this is this is a
greatest
spoiler-free
freaking fighter
zone.
of all time, Lubu. Like that was just phenomenal, dude. That's why that was really good in my eyes. But hold your opinions.
Okay.
Do you
So
think Xantar's got to
the
talk
actual
though? Xantar's got to talk.
hold on, I'm gonna
Yeah,
actually answer the question. The
yeah.
thing that kept me going is the mystery of what's going on with the gods and Hermes. What is it? What is
Facts.
Hermes' deal?
Facts.
I'm
Trust
Yep.
that
interested in that.
motherfucker. That's
Yeah,
all I
I'm
know.
interested in that. But go ahead,
Mhm.
Xantar Boogles, friends and family.
Right. So
Well, just so you know, real quick,
uh
let me say one thing. Hermes
yeah.
sided with humans in a war against gods in mythology.
Mhm.
Well,
So
let's see if
Yeah.
he takes that turn. Um,
we'll see that.
go ahead,
All
So
right,
Xantar.
sorry, didn't mean to chop
so
you,
like
Xander. Go for it.
no, it's like my question right now is what point did I just jump into so like I can get
We're still in the
It's like, where
discussion.
are we?
so like do I talk about his rant or like do I talk about like what I talk about like pretty
So
much.
here's the thing: you can answer the question, and then if you have anything to say about what he said, you can say it. Just don't keep it long. We got to move on to the next question.
All right, no, it's just my feelings on Record of Ragnarok pretty much is like it's good and stuff, but it's like one of those. It's very simple, but
Okay.
that's why it's good, because it's one
Okay.
of those things where it's like
Mhm.
a lot of anime try to like put a lot at you, and the fact that Record of Ragnarok has like actual like real life, people.
Mm.
In a sense, I know the gods aren't like real people, but like they're historical figures,
Right, the reference.
and so like you could know, like you could Google them.
Mm.
It's to like
Right.
find out like what their deal is about. So it's just one of those anime where it's like a seasoned anime vet like ourselves may not like it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because like we've seen it all before, but it's one of those animes that like it's not for us.
Hmm.
So
Mhm.
so like I we could
Facts.
say like you know what I mean? Like I don't like it as much as like say my girlfriend, and it's just like it's because it's simple.
Yeah, I
You know
got
what I
you.
mean?
Yep.
Right.
It is not something crazy complex. The
It's not
battle
Death
system
Note.
is easy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It is just the gods want to kill humans. The Valkyries told them, "What are you punk? You a bitch?" And the gods were like, "We ain't bitches." And
Mhm.
now the humans have a chance to defend themselves because they were just going to get eradicated.
Mhm.
And now we get to watch gods versus humans. And like there's little shit happening in the background, but it's literally just one guy beating the shit out of another guy. And like
Yeah.
they give you context, but like it's basically to say like why that guy beat the shit out of the other guy. Or why that other guy
Mhm.
unlocked, like in the case of the samurai freaking he became a god of like future
That's
sight or prediction. That was just like
that's a whole
he was
conversation
just
on itself.
That's a whole
That's a
separate conversation
whole
right there.
conversation on itself. I
but
forgot about that.
yeah, it's just like it's a very simple anime,
Yeah.
but it's also cool
Mhm.
because like you'd be like, oh yeah, you know, like I know Zeus, I know that guy.
Mhm.
Like Adam, that's my boy. You know, I like Jesus in the Bible. You know what I
Jesus.
mean? So it's like,
I gotta move on. I know we gotta
Introducing
move on to the
the
next
Son of
question.
We gotta
God.
move on. We gotta move on. So, but ultimately, ultimately the question was, Xantar, what made you keep watching though?
no, it's pretty much I'm a little biased. I love Lubu from like Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
was like, when they say it's Lubu, I was just like, oh, I gotta keep watching.
Yeah.
Just for
All right.
that little simple fact. But like that is completely me being silly, and that is the actual reason. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
Look, I'll take it.
but it's
I'll
a
definitely take it. All right, guys. Next question. All right, and I want this to one be quick because it's gonna. My follow up question for it is where we really get to the nitty gritty.
Gotcha.
Okay, so going around, starting with Argent. Favorite fight.
Favorite fight? Oh, call it? Zeus v Adam.
Yep.
Easy,
Easy cap.
easy.
Mm.
And
E-
I know
Yep.
this is supposed
Best
to be
fight.
short.
Mhm.
I
Facts.
know this is going to be supposed to be short, and I'm gonna keep it short. But however, on behalf of Black people everywhere, right? They really made Adam and Eve white with blonde hair and blue eyes.
What is that? What is that description? It's
hey,
not
yeah.
Armenian.
It's
It,
Eurocentric
you
is the word you're looking for.
Need I go
listen.
on?
Y'all see me just
That's it,
drinking my
man.
tea, right?
That's it for me,
I'm
man.
okay with it.
That's all I have to
Just
say,
drinking
man.
my tea.
Go ahead.
But
You be the judge.
Yeah, I'm just drinking
Ah,
my tea on that one.
I you can just go ahead and skip me because I agree. Adam v Zeus
Okay.
was
Yeah,
that
Xantar.
was
Zeus.
best one.
Zeus is
Yeah,
Adam.
yeah. You said it
Wait,
all.
so
so
are we
everybody is
unanimous?
just Adam?
No,
Nah, my favorite
He's
fight.
everybody's
I actually
daddy.
prefer the Poseidon fight. I prefer
Yes, I'll
the
go.
Poseidon fight, dude.
What are you
Wait,
doing?
what?
Yep.
What'd you say, Rizzy?
Poseidon fight.
Oh,
Poseidon versus
yeah,
Sasuke.
yeah,
Poseidon
that
versus
was that.
Sasuke.
Yeah.
It's just
Preferred
one of
that.
those things where it's like it's like you feel it with the music and shit playing in the background and the grown man crying out. "Sasuke!" I fucking love it. I love it. The guy became a god. He has like
Oh
Neji
God.
360 dome
Oh.
shit, whatever the hell that's
Uh.
called. You
I'll
know
be right
what I
back.
mean? He's just like, and he's a fucking samurai.
Wait, what happened to Cribbit?
He's
Yeah,
like,
I'll be
what?
right back. My
he
cat
left.
just vomited everywhere. I don't know if you guys saw that in the background. He's
Oh,
just
I
like
saw
throwing his
Ghost doing
back
that.
back and forth.
I saw Ghost.
And
I saw Ghost doing
I saw,
mischief. Yeah.
yeah, he did
I
it from
saw
the
the cat,
highest
but
point in the room, and it's not good. It's everywhere. I just keep going. I'll be right back.
All right. All right.
The
Yo,
have
Ghost is
fun.
a A1 classic, bruh. Like really, he's the bid. Like
Oh, that's funny. But
All
Thor should
right,
have
yeah,
died already.
all right. So it
plus
looks
they
like the top two was definitely Adam and Zeus fight, and then Sasuke and Poseidon.
They were
So
all good
that's
fights.
I
well, I
they were
also
all
mean,
good fights, but
I
that seems
I
where we at.
enjoyed
did
I
everybody go?
enjoyed I enjoyed Thor's. I enjoyed the ending of Thor's fight versus Lubu because of the fact that his followers was like, "Let me die with my leader," and
Yeah,
Thor
I
Thor
respected that.
smiled.
Yeah, Way of the Warrior.
Thor smiled and said, "For my friend, I will grant you this final wish," and he just obliterated his entire followers. And,
But it
and
that's just like the chant. It's Lubu. It's everything those two words mean of that crazy Chadian man. You know what I mean? Like
like
he's like the equivalent of like a demigod in Chinese like mythology slash like history, like
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. Like
Yeah,
he's just a fucking beast.
of the three that you get from the warning period, yeah, he's pretty much the top dude.
Yeah, he is a beast.
All right. So with that being said and that being in mind, obviously their season 2 is supposed to come out late this year, but we right now we only have the 3 fights to discuss. So my follow-up question is, which is more like not a really a question, is more like let's break it down. Okay, let's go through each fight. Let's break it down. What was the things that could have been done better? What was the things that we saw were entertaining? What were the things that we know, okay, this was just BS? like real talk. And I can already see the smile on Arch's face. He ready. He ready. So let's go. Let's go. So open discussion. First part, like what what was good about the first fight? Let's talk about Lubu versus Thor. Like what was good? What was actually good about this fight? Besides the fact that it was obviously entertaining, but
The evolving nature of the fight, actually, I would say that was one of the better parts of it. The way that it changed form, the fight from beginning to end, and you can. My only issue with that was that each time it was like, oh, that was just a warm up, you know.
right.
You get that.
Yeah.
You get
The
that
old,
shit a lot in anime, but
yep.
for them to do it 3 times in one fight,
Yeah.
kind of pushing the limit right there.
I
Still
thought
cool though.
I thought they were just kind of like like bullshitting each other. You know what I mean? Like how it's like when you like go to the gym and be like, oh yeah, this is nothing, but like really you're like, "Ugh," like like trying to
And
brag. Like I thought that was like that because like at that point it was just like yeah like that's bullshit. Like you were sweating, you got stabbed and shit. Like you had to summon your horse. Like you weren't just chilling. Like.
at
Yeah.
least it wasn't like Dragon Ball Z days where they talk for like 4 episodes, you know.
Oh,
oh
let's
my
not go back to
I'd
that.
rather
Let's not
have the
go back to
evolving
that.
fight than the involving dialogue.
So, but yeah, I agree. Like there was a lot of things that were interchangeable with that. Like it literally, they kept trying to one up each other by holding back. I, and it was entertaining, and it kept, and obviously, like they did it. I guess they did it for more reason of like to keep it going. You know what I mean? But for the most part, like it was so simplistic. What did Orange say? Like 11 minutes was their actual fight.
Yeah, man.
It
That
was
was
so
3 episodes, dog.
yeah, it was so simplistic. They
It
could
was
have
so
kept one up.
fast. They were
Yeah.
moving so fast. And the anime had to slow it down for us mere mortals to understand what those guys were doing.
Basically, that's the premise they gave me. And that's the feeling I got. But like I did enjoy the fact that like how like in order to give the mortals a fighting chance, the Valkyries actually turned into weapons.
But I think,
Yeah,
and guys,
I wanted to talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I definitely want to get you guys' opinion on it because, like, Brunhilde wasn't going to start something without something up her sleeve, right? So I
Right.
think even going into it, some of the dramatic irony that was created was like, I'm sure the audience knows like something's going on.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. It
yeah.
was just something was going on from the rip. Like she was very adamant about keeping the humans alive. So obviously she had a plan. So it was just it's just everything that tied into that. And then I felt like don't get me wrong, they were going they were going back and forth with leveling up and getting stronger or
Mm-hmm,
revealing their
mm-hmm.
techniques here and there. But I just felt like Thor, it wasn't like he was like I felt like he was holding back more than Lubu. Way more holding back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thor?
You gotta
Oh yeah.
remember, his ultimate technique was literally yeet.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
Like I guess I didn't like the fact that I felt like Lubu had like he did, but at the same time I felt like he had more of a fighting chance than he actually had. And then Thor was like, yeah, no.
Mm.
Like I was just like, okay.
So personally, I thought like I just like knew that Lubu was gonna die. Like I don't know.
Mhm.
I just knew that it was gonna happen. They had to sacrifice the first person for the show. Like, hey, this is real. Like you guys don't beat us. Like you're gonna die.
Yeah,
Well, I also know if you just know Lubu, you just knew he was gonna die. It's just Lubu. You know what I mean? Like,
it's just the way he does it.
yeah, he's just a Billy badass, but he always just goes out.
Right.
So I think it is.
He never sees anything through. I think that's how I think of Lubu. You know what I mean? He goes in, he makes a mess, and then he dies, and then he's
Goes
like,
in his
someone else got to clean this up. You know what I mean?
goes in head first with no thought
It's
process.
a
Got it.
metaphor for
Pretty
the
much. Yeah.
for the warring period, right? Almost like a
Yeah.
metaphor.
Yeah, if you guys don't know about any history about the Warring Period, I encourage you to look it up. It is very
Yeah.
interesting. It
I
really is.
encourage you to Google that shit for your whole
I really
thing.
do.
Uh,
I really
but
do. Like I like when I got interested in it, it was like very entertaining for me. It was a good read. Like seriously. Um, but yeah, so I mean, like Graham, you've been kind of quiet. What do you think about the first fight, bro? Like,
First fight to me, like I said, I enjoyed it a little. I enjoyed it a little, but it wasn't. Like I said, it wasn't one of my favorites. I like the
Adrian.
end
Wait, hold on.
part.
I'm sorry. Adrian is Adrian drunk?
no, Adrian was just sleeping.
Oh, he looked like he was drunk.
I enjoyed it a little, but like I said, the ending part was my favorite part of the fight. His followings, his followers was just like super excited to die with him, and even his backstory was great during the fight. I like Lubu's backstory. I knew nothing of Lubu, so I learned a lot just from his
Who
backstory.
ball?
Uh,
Who bull?
so I knew nothing about him, and like I said, I'm not a big anime guy, and I'm just learning all of like what you guys have already known for years. So this is everything is like kind of new to me. So it's like learning his backstory was just freaking amazing, and then seeing it into full circle of how he was just like I'm
Mm.
going to be the best. I'm going to do the best. I'm going to be the best. I got to learn this. I got to perfect this technique, and I'm going to perfect it. And then we fought Thor with it, and Thor was just like, "Yeah, yeet this and take your ass and go ahead."
Would you say you liked it because it was easy to follow?
No, no,
No? Okay, I thought I had a win. I thought I had a
nah,
win.
You
nah,
thought you had him. You thought you had
nah,
him.
I thought I
nah,
had him. No, it's
nah,
good though. It's all good. It's all good.
nah. I just like I said, I like that one. It was okay, but more so like the only reason why I like the Adam and Zeus fight
Well, we
was
getting there. Wait, we getting there. We
okay,
getting there.
okay,
Don't,
all right, go ahead.
Mhm.
we
Slow
getting
your roll. Slow your roll.
there. Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
So I guess we can all attest or agree that to a certain extent, it was the opening fight. That's
Sure.
just basically it.
Yeah.
It was
It's
the
Simple as
just
that.
opening
It
like
laid
fight.
the foundation.
to
Yeah.
start with Lubu. It's like that's why it's like, all right, I gotta watch this.
Hmm.
Cause it's Lubu and he came in, riding the horse with like blocking the sun, and just like the doom boom doom doom playing the drums and stuff. It's like, yo, there's a badass coming.
Yeah. They like they
Coming to
had to,
town.
they did the opening fight where it was big, dramatic, and it caught your attention and threw you into the next one. Like it was the opening fight for a reason. So like I
Yeah.
for that I think that it did its job.
Guys, I
What'd you say?
He muted himself and then he disappeared. And now is that
Oh, I think he
is he a
said you're back.
picture?
He's a picture now.
He's a picture now.
Hmm.
So I literally think that it did its job. Opening fight did its job.
It
That's all
definitely
I
did
can
his
ask for.
job.
On a side note, as a representation of Lubu, how do you guys feel in terms of anime? You've seen dozens of versions of him throughout anime history. How do you feel about that version of him?
I
I thought he
loved
was.
it.
I loved it. I thought he was raw.
I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I
All right.
loved it.
Pretty damn good, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
why it's just one of those things where it's like that. That's why it's like, yeah, this. I gotta keep watching.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. I have a question. All right.
Go ahead, girl.
Now, I'm sorry. It's more of a statement than a question. So as of right now, I'm finishing up Demon Slayer. Right.
Mhm.
I'm about to finish everything up for Demon Slayer. Then boom, I have nothing else to watch. Now, what anime would you guys suggest for me to watch a good version of Lubu?
Ooh.
Well, the only one that I know of was actually when it was just God of High School, when he was like that the spirit of that girl's sword. So that's the
Yeah.
only other one that I know of
That's
right
not a.
now that I
That's
can
not a
think
bad
of.
one. That's not a bad one,
Hmm.
but I feel like Grim would enjoy that one because of the fighting and everything. But I feel like he would get lost
Yeah.
in like the information
I
because
don't
it
know
really
if there
was.
is
It
one
was
that's
and
really
God
centered
of High
around
School.
Lubu.
The manga does the anime does not do the manga justice in my personal opinion because
Mm.
the anime was great, but it was everywhere.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, let's not get too lost in another anime though.
Yeah, you're right.
No,
You're
Um,
right.
I'm
You're right.
just
All
but
right.
looking for
yeah,
suggestions.
yeah, yeah.
What I so God of High School maybe. But,
Yeah.
should I read? Should I read the manga instead of just watching the goddamn anime?
I would do both if you have the time.
Hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's all. All right.
All
Next
right.
question.
Oh, cool.
All right. So moving. So we're still in the same technically question or everything. We're open discussion about the fights. Second fight.
So
Zeus
second fight,
versus Adam. Which if you I kind of want to go first on this one.
do it.
I was
Go.
not
It's your
expecting
channel.
fucking
Go
Adam,
first,
bro.
bro.
I was not fucking expecting Adam. Like as soon as they said 00000000001, I was like file 1. I was like file 1. I felt stupid. I ain't gonna lie. I was like file
Nah,
1.
Hmm.
you shouldn't feel stupid. You should have been like, what? They're not doing
Yeah.
that. They're not doing that. It's like, yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah.
We're bringing
That's
out.
exactly how I
We're
was.
bringing
I was
out.
like, I know they're not gonna bring fucking Adam out. When I saw that one, I was like,
And
no
then what?
fucking
And
way.
then here's the thing. I was like, well, what is Adam gonna do? Like I was confused
the
for the
shit
longest.
He
out
said,
of
he said, I'm gonna use these mittens right here. This is what he said he's gonna do.
Beat the shit out of
He's-
you.
Pulled
And
out
that
these
leaf,
fists.
I
the
thought he was
leaf
gonna
never
throw
dropped
apples
too.
at him, you know?
Nope.
I'm gonna be honest. I was today years old when I found out that's what that 001 thing meant.
Oh wow. But yeah,
Oof.
man, that was
But I mean,
phenomenal.
like Zeus wanted the smoke, but Adam wanted all the smoke, bro. Like
Yeah.
Adam wanted
He only
Mhm.
all
wanted
the
to smoke because he had to protect his children, bruh.
His
That's
children, bro. We are all his children. God,
I think you're
dude.
Yeah.
all mistaking
Ah.
Adam for Kakashi, the copy ninja. Just
Nah,
saying.
Kakashi sucks. Adam is not.
Let's be
Bro.
real. Adam's copy skills is on a whole nother level. They're basically like Kakashi can't step into the realm of the gods like Adam did. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Like
No, none of the Sharingan, Brinningan bullshit could copy. It's just like Adam's just like a perfect copy. He's a Xerox machine.
it was perfect copy to the point that he landed the blow before anybody else.
I'll say
Like,
it was
Yeah,
perfect copy
exactly.
and it was
That
perfect
was
dodge.
the ability they gave him, you know? Interesting that that's the ability they gave him.
Hmm.
and no, then you knew they was really about
It
to throw
made
hands.
sense though. It made sense
How
Mhm.
so?
because he's the first. Think
He's
of
the
it
first
like
creation.
a prototype. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the first person off of God, so you would have the most ability to copy God because that's what
Yeah.
God kind of made
Made it
humans
in
for.
your
And then
image
everybody
or in
else
God's image. Yep.
after him became more of what humans are because you know you don't want to give everybody superpowers like that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam was made in
Okay.
God's image of himself.
Yeah,
Basically.
so that makes
Yep.
sense.
And then
He
it,
got
it,
this-
it played
Okay.
more to that natural instinct too, just that, he was the master of all life on Earth. So of course he has the best amalgamation of everything. He's the fastest, he's the strongest, he's the quickest thinking. Like he's just the master of his surroundings and himself and his bareness. That's why he was like, knuckle busters, cool, but I really don't need that either. So
and then not to
freaking
mention,
hard,
like,
dude.
my man took a bite of an apple. He got perfect taste buds. He was like sour. He tastes
That right there is what made me like that fight so much because I never would have thought that anybody would take that spin on Adam to
Yeah.
where he's a god hater. Like, come on, bro. And then it was like, I'm going to seek revenge for the apple because the gods are the ones that tricked us into thinking that this is it and made me lose my love and all that shit, man. Oh, man.
Yeah,
That
my
was
man was
good.
Adam was, and the thing is, you didn't really see his rage. Like his rage
Mm-hmm.
was hitting like in a wall of like stone. My man was like this. Uh, yeah,
'Cause
sure.
it's
Yep.
not rage, it's fury.
Yep.
That's
He's
true.
past rage. It's just fury.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you could
Just
be
on
calm
sight.
when you're furious. Yeah, exactly. It's just like you are beyond,
Yeah.
anger. You're
That's true.
beyond emotions. You're just action.
Mm-hmm.
Adam's backstory was literally better than the main
Yes,
story.
for sure.
That's true.
For sure.
And let's be
That's what.
real, Adam's backstory was actually pretty damn quick. Like, and he was just
Yeah,
like,
it was.
Yeah, it
It
"Fuck it,
was.
was
I hate
good.
the
Mm.
That's
gods."
what my wife loved about. That's what my wife loved about Adams. She was like, why is he so damn calm? She was like, he's not screaming, he's not yelling. I was like, well, he's already pissed off and he's already furious at the gods. So
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing more for him to do but just whoop ass and kick names. That's it.
Yep.
She was like, he is whooping Zeus ass. I was like, yes, he is.
Zeus was coming off of some crazy stuff, though.
No. First of all, let's talk
The
about
fact,
Zeus.
like, his final form, whatever the hell that was,
Oh,
I can't even
that was
pronounce
weird,
it. That
bro.
was
That was weird.
whoa.
That was weird.
Whoa.
But let's talk about Zeus' transformation into his muscular form. My man went Super Saiyan 3 by listening to some classical music. Like,
Yep.
he went Super
Some good
Saiyan
music.
Broly
Some good
listening to
music.
classical music, bro. I was
I can
like,
relate. I can relate. I get into them, when I want to whoop some ass in some video games, you listen to some calm and good, some
oh,
some
that's
good
right.
tunes
We
and shit,
definitely
and you
we
just
definitely listened to the Final Fantasy soundtrack last time we played Smash Bros.
exactly, bro.
All I'm
But
saying is, like, my man Zeus, he was out here dancing. He was like, ha ha. Like,
yeah.
my man transformed into the biggest creature on ever to live. I was like this. I was like, well, never disrespected. But then here's the other thing. Why every old man gotta have some type of muscular form in anime? Like, every
Facts.
old man.
It's
Zeus.
wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment.
Freaking. Who else can I think of off rip?
Master
God,
Roshi's
Master
one.
Roshi, the one from Hunter x Hunter. His was kind of muscular. The
Yeah,
the
no, yeah,
chairman,
yeah,
yeah, his was kind
yeah.
of muscular.
He was muscular, bro. He
Netero.
was almost, yeah. He was on
Netero,
some other.
Netero.
Every old man, bro, they don't get old. They get stronger.
They
Like,
just straight up OG.
Wisdom is not what you think it is.
well, in that case, I got a question. Kobo, where's your wisdom?
Oh,
No, he's got it.
damn.
He's got it. That's how he hasn't got muscular form in front of you because he
That's what I
respects
meant.
you as a friend.
That's why he
Oh,
keeps the
okay.
You know
camera
what I
off.
mean?
We couldn't handle the sight. It's too
God.
powerful. It's
When
Yeah,
too
he
that's why
much.
he's a picture. That's why he
Exactly.
has
right.
to.
When he starts talking
I've
about anime,
I've
he
never
assumes
seen him not a
everything.
picture. Yeah, I've
My,
never seen him not be a picture. So
I,
it's just
And
one of those things where it's
it's
just
more the fact that I have to plug in my phone, so I can't really angle it for a camera.
That's
oh,
code
oh,
for
very
the
good.
spiritual pressure is too great to handle through a computer, so he has to use his phone.
I just assume that when Kobo talks about anime, he takes that muscular form that all old men do. It just naturally happens.
just sitting.
It
Oh,
does.
Right. So, third fight.
Third
We
fight.
lost.
Oh
We
wait, wait,
lost
wait.
Risky along the
Another
way.
wait,
What?
wait 1 second. Another old man that's muscular. Technically, All Might.
Technically,
All
All
Might.
Might.
He's right.
Technically, All
All
Might.
Might.
Yep.
Technically, all
Just
might.
wanted to put that. Yeah, just wanted
He's
to put
had
that
that
out
since
there. All
birth,
right.
though, so I don't know if that's
We could.
fair. But
No, he didn't have that since birth.
yeah,
He
that was
had
like
that when
it's.
he got the thing.
Yeah, but it was his like subconscious perk. Like he couldn't activate it. I think he could like expand. Was that a theory? That might have been a theory. That's a discussion
That's
for
a
another day.
theory.
That's a
Yeah,
discussion for
I was
another
gonna
day.
say. We'll
But
move
yes,
on. But just All
But
Might.
yes,
yes,
All Might.
no
All
one else
Might.
has anything to say about Zeus versus Thor. I mean, not Zor. Damn, Adam.
Adam.
That fight carried the show for sure.
Yeah.
It was the best part of the show.
I ain't
Yep.
gonna lie, they was definitely going blow for blow. Like real talk.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
look at it this way. Look at this way. You got two characters you never thought would fight each other. One of which you never
Mhm.
even would have conceived of him having powers or even being in a fight of
Yep.
a gods, a pantheon of gods. You know. I mean, it was it,
But this is
as I said
anime,
before.
so anything is possible.
Exactly, but
Yep.
as I said before, it's the matchups were so like out of left field. You were immediately interested on how it was going to go down, and
Yep.
it was an awesome fight. It's the one thing about the series that I will rave about because the
Yep.
rest of it I thought was just as I said, cookie cutter. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh,
What y'all talking
Arjun is
about?
back.
Arden's back.
So we was talking about the second fight, Zeus versus Adam.
Magnificent. When you look at what was happening, and I don't know about y'all, but I like pieced it together. I was like, is it because they made in God's image? It's like, that's pretty dope.
Yep, we hit that point.
Scantor just said that.
We hit that
Scantor
point.
just
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
That was pretty dope. You know how I feel about the whole complexion connection there. But other than that, and then I think you know what's
They
you know
didn't. They
why-
were not touched by the sun yet.
The lies you tell.
Why'd you tell?
He was in the
They-
exact
Jesus.
same article,
They was
like,
touched by the
I
sun.
don't
They just
know.
ain't got no melanin. Okay, they ain't got no
Mhm.
touch of melanin.
one thing I love about Binge or Cringe is like I think I have my mind made up of these things, and then you guys really get me to think about stuff because now
Mhm.
I'm thinking about is this show tropey? Yes, but now that builds within like the seasoned anime watchers. How is this going to be different? You
Right.
know, so like there's this sense of dramatic irony of like, okay, you know, the humans need this much to win, and guys need this much to win. Is like, well, the humans got to win at some point. So who is it going to be? Right? Like,
Mhm.
and then with every matchup, it's like, oh man, what's going to happen? You know.
Yeah.
So I thought that was the one. I thought it was done, and I
I
was
thought
like,
it
Facts.
was too. I was on
and
the edge of my
I
seat.
appreciate. I was
was-
invested.
Yep.
I was invested.
And then
I
they
ain't
hit you
gonna lie,
with
I was
that.
literally-
He died a long time ago, and I was like, "Fuck, no!"
It's just
Right.
He was punching while he was dead. Like, what
God,
the hell happened?
dog.
Technically, he still could have won if he had killed Zeus while he was dead. I'm just saying.
Damn, dude. Damn.
They, both of their bodies would have went to the other side.
Freaking pour
the
one
other
out
side.
for Adam, bro.
Went out for the homie.
For the father of all men, man.
Hey, relax, man. I ain't my daddy.
But
All right.
third fight.
So-
My mama said my daddy named Black Dynamite. It's like,
Time travel.
We lost Risky. I don't know what happened to the farewell
Oh, man.
legendary gentleman, but
oh
hopefully
But
he
he's
returns to us.
he's Broly, right? So he's probably out fighting those giant weird rat things that come out of those holes.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, Vampa.
But what was about the third fight?
Third fight.
Gentlemen.
My favorite fight.
Yes, your favorite fight. If you want, you can have the floor first, sir.
All right, so Brody comes in. Everybody's like, shit hits the fan. We literally had like our best dude go out in a blaze of glory, and then our strongest dude also go out in a blaze of glory. What the hell are we going to do? Enters the smoothest criminal of all time, my man Sasaki. Just like, oh, he spilled some milk. Drinks it. It's like, I'll fight. Boom. He doesn't even know who he's fighting. He's like, I'll
Nope.
fight. It's like, what if you were fighting like their super weapon? Like, what if you're fighting like Genova from Final Fantasy VII? Like, some
Wow.
shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know how you're fighting, but you're just like, I'm with it. So it's like, all right. So it's like, what is this guy gonna do? And then it's just like, he's literally shit his pants at the beginning of the fight. So you're like, yo, this guy's just like, he's gonna pull some like Usopp shit out of his ass. But then he's just like, nah. It's just like, I'm a goofy dude, but I got this. And then he becomes like Ultra Instinct. And then they literally say, oh, Poseidon is the most ruthless motherfucker. And
Yep.
Zeus just fought. But Poseidon is the one you don't want to fuck with.
Yep.
So he's fighting Poseidon. And then they're like, oh, his brother? Yeah, he just casually killed his brother. He's like, whatever.
Yeah,
And that's why you don't heard of him.
Yep.
He just casually killed him. Like,
Say,
in
"You're
the middle of
disgusting."
dinner. Like, you ruined
Done.
my dinner, but it's just like, whatever. I'm a god. I could just stab you and just walk away and get a new dinner because I'm a god. It's just like...
Let's be
And
real.
then, like...
Poseidon might be the most savage characters yet. Like Zeus had too much honor. Poseidon has none. Like he could give a
He was
rat's ass
cold,
at about
dude.
any of them.
He was
Like,
cold.
So you got Sasuke doing all his vision shit. You get his backstory, which was it was mediocre. I'm not gonna lie. But then you get my man holding a blade, like his blade snaps. You're like tension. Okay, so what is gonna happen? He holds the blade, and I'm like, this is it. This is where the anime bullshit kicks in, and what happens? What
Anime
happens?
bullshit.
The anime bullshit kicks in, and you're like,
Now,
yes,
to
it
be
got
fair,
two swords.
to be fair, they did foreshadow that was going to
Oh,
happen.
they
'Cause
foreshadowed.
they're like,
They foreshadowed.
oh, she
They did.
has
They did.
split personality.
Facts,
She
yeah.
did. That's why. That's why it's called anime bullshit. You know what I
Hmm
mean? That's why it's called anime
That's
bullshit
facts.
because, like, it's you know what I mean. It's like just because you have two personalities doesn't mean if I split your fucking body in half, you could just have two bodies now. Like,
No, that doesn't mean if we split your body in half, you will have two bodies. This is a Valkyrie. All right,
Yeah, Valkyries
Mhm.
can be split.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, they can be split. They're demigods for a reason.
it's still
no, but like,
anime
what if?
bullshit. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say it. No,
yeah.
it's still
Thank you. Thank you.
come on, bro. You
Thank
like come
you.
on a little
I
bit.
played God of War.
Yeah,
I played
It
God of War.
foreshadowed it.
When I ripped the Valkyrie's wings off, they didn't just grow back into like two other Valkyries. You know what I mean?
One Valkyrie.
That's a
Jesus.
hard
You were
one.
killing. You were killing one Valkyrie. You weren't killing one that had
I
two.
killed all the Valkyries in God of War. Don't play me. That's
All
some
right,
chump.
all right, all right. What else is
Yep.
going on? We gotta stay on topic.
Yo,
All right,
so
well,
I'm
yeah.
just saying. And then at the end, Sasuke's just there, and he's just like, I did it, y'all. And everybody's just like, yeah, we
did
got
it.
a fucking
I
chance.
did it.
We got a chance. And then they end it with like, oh, all that hope. Now you're gonna have to put it in Jack the Ripper, who
Yo,
killed all
that
those
hope.
people all those times ago. End season. Bye. I was like, yes, Sasuke.
Mhm.
Yes. Now you're gonna root for the gods again.
Well, yep. For the gods again.
I am so looking forward to this Jack the Ripper versus Hercules
You know,
fight.
so let's not
Yeah.
cross over to that one yet. We're gonna get there. Let's
Yo,
still focus
I
on the third fight.
Mm.
the
No,
third
Okay.
fight.
that was my end with Sasuke. It was just dope.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
lot.
His Sasuke's like ability to continuously lose to learn his opponent, then to actually finally beat them. Like his backstory of when he was literally when the Grandmaster of the Sword came in, he was the old blind guy. He was like, "Did you?" He said, "You fought me over 150 times without actually fighting me." I was like, "What the fuck? That is so badass,
That
yo."
is, yeah,
Mhm.
that is a superpower. It's just like, yo, where did like that's some god shit. That's
Yo,
just like, yeah. By the way, I was born a god.
Mhm.
Like
right?
it's just like I was born from mortal parents,
My
and I
man,
was blessed by divinity
my man stepped
itself.
into the
You
realm
know,
of the
like
gods before he even fought them. Like,
like
and the crazy
I
Poseidon
thing
is
mean,
literally a god, but like he
yeah,
fought a god, like a capital G,
Yep.
and that's not. It's not even just that part. Like
sword god,
all the other samurais. Who? No, there was the one samurai, the one that had the scar on his face like this. Forgot his
the one
name.
that actually
his
killed him.
rival. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah, the one
he
he was
noticed.
he.
He noticed. Hey, he did it. He didn't even explain it. He was like, he did it. He's done it. He's the ultimate samurai. I was like, oh shit. Let's go. Let's
Mhm.
get into this. Let's see what happens right here. I'm like, I'm
Am I the
interested
only
now.
one that thought that was whack?
I'm right
What?
here, right here,
It's a
bro.
sword fight.
I'm just letting. I'm before I rain on this parade, bro.
I'm not going to sit here and think
No, you can
about
say it's whack.
how.
You can say
You
whatever
say it's
you want.
whack.
It's
I
not gonna
don't
rain
care.
on my parade.
It definitely
My
not reading my
parade,
parade. And I'm not saying it was. I'm not saying. Are
Reese,
you talking
I'm gonna
about the
back you
line or are you
up.
talking about the fight?
I,
Reese,
Okay,
Reese, Reese, hold up, hold up. I want to say something about this parade. This parade is gonna go so fucking strong that the rain is gonna try to hit us,
okay,
but it is gonna go oh shit and then disintegrate and turn into water
okay.
vapor
Well,
instantly.
okay.
That's it, because that's all that needs to happen. Because
Uh
that's the parade. It's
huh.
Argent,
over.
Literally.
Argent, get him, bro. Go.
Go,
You go first.
go.
Have
You
I
go first.
played Dark
Make
Wizzy
make it
in Super
rain,
Smash
sir.
Bros? The question is, yes, I have played Dark Wizzy in Super Smash Bros. Did I lose? Of course. The man's a professional Super Smash Bros. Player. Did I
Right.
think about how I could defeat Dark Wizzy and then was like, I've done. Like
Mm.
what? So what?
No, because you're not a sword god. You are just a mortal man. Like,
It was
are
just
you
like
comparing yourself? And plus, are you even that good at Smash?
no, I'm terrible. But
Yeah,
Let me.
exactly. So it's just one of those things where it's like I could probably do that because I'm pretty good at Smash. That's what I do.
But my point
Don't.
being, it is not a. I don't think it is an accomplishment to say I thought about how to defeat you so hard that if we did fight, I would beat you. But we didn't fight, so I didn't beat you. But boy, did I think about it. Like what?
It's like,
No,
it's
no,
like, hey,
no,
you
no,
want
no,
to test
no,
the
no,
theory?
no,
Let's
no.
go.
Boy, did
I
I
That's
think
suggest
about
you
it.
don't, but we could test it.
it's called
Jesus.
running every scenario possible
That's cool.
You know what else
That's
does
cool.
that
at a
though?
rapid
You know what else
succession,
does that?
and that's such
Cyborgs
that
and
actual
computers.
people do in real life.
Yeah,
So,
it's
Like,
based
all
off. It's
right,
based off Einstein. Einstein used to do all his theories. He would play them out in his head. He would
mm,
call them. He would do thought experiments, and it was understood that he was essentially so intelligent that he could literally visualize the mathematics needed to play out these experiments in his head.
hmm
But then he did the experiments, right?
Absolutely, he did the
Okay.
experiments,
so,
but then it, but
but
then
he did
it
the
took.
final
so,
Here's the thing.
result. You know what
He
I
made.
mean? Like,
Here's the hold on. Here's the thing.
The thing.
The experiments didn't. He couldn't test it right away. He had to wait for not just technology to evolve to prove his
Mm-hmm.
theories were right, or his thought experiments were right, but
True.
also he had to wait for telescopes to catch up to him.
That's true.
All right.
The Hubble.
So
I heard about it.
mhm.
yeah. So that was actually what proved his general theory of relativity was a telescope that he had to wait 4 years. I think it was 4 years before he was proven correct. And you have to think his theory of
But
dark matter and stuff like that. That
hold on
shit
now.
would have won him a Nobel Prize, but he couldn't prove anything about it. All
Before,
he could say was, "Oh, that was just a spooky movement at a distance, spooky things that I witnessed that I can't exactly prove yet."
okay,
But
I
then
want to interject.
3 or 4 years
I gotta get
later,
a
someone
shirt
else
that
dropped
says
I'm gonna,
it.
I'm
spooky
gonna, I'm gonna
things.
interject. Hold up, y'all. So before we get too caught in analogies, let me put this into a clear,
Deep,
concise
deep talk.
thought.
Talk to him.
So this was not one of my like favorite fights. Obviously, for that reason, is because he's the greatest loser. He sat there and he went back. He fought him one good time. He figured out where he almost died and was like, okay, I'm going to take this L. You go back, you think about it. Where have we seen this before? We've seen it in Baki. We've seen it in freaking Dragon Ball Z and all of Dragon Ball. It's just extreme shadow boxing. You sit there and then you go and you run those scenarios, right? Regardless, even though there's anime bullshit in here, the human mind can only think of so many different outcomes and scenarios. So with him, who's really better? Somebody that has learned all of the different outcomes from copying somebody else, or somebody who has actually created something new through that? And that's why I'm glad that he evolved into that towards the end, and he actually did figure out how to beat him himself, because then it would have been some bullshit if he just copied him to death. But what made that fight just so boring is that I feel like they just could have figured out some other better samurais, man. Like, just being a samurai fan, he was good, he was phenomenal, but man, it was kind of annoying just to sit there and watch this old guy just kind of beat his head against a brick wall until it finally got a crack, and then he just wiped
Hey,
him out.
listen.
But
Sometimes the best approach is not a blunt approach. It's a smart, methodical approach, and that's what he took. And you see why
he
Poseidon
did,
is dead now.
he did. And Poseidon won because he was impatient. Straight up. Poseidon was
Yeah,
impatient and he
yeah.
was an asshole. That's why. But if Poseidon was
Yeah.
smart enough to
Oh,
kind of
he's
just
hot.
figure it out, he would have got it.
But sir,
Mhm.
but he wasn't, and that's why my man won.
That's why he
He
won.
wasn't.
Somebody had to win.
And my man calculated it. And you know what? If he played you in chess, he would probably outcalculate your ass too if he played you once. Because that's what my man does.
It'd be
He
easy because I don't know how to play
loses.
chess. So
He is
there you
the
go.
ultimate hustle man. That's what the anime didn't say. He's a fucking hustler.
Yeah,
You
that's all
lose,
he
and you're like,
said.
oh no, I'm a
Mhm.
bitch, and then you come back and you just wax that ass. What is that? That is a hustler.
Mhm.
You'll be.
That
I
is
mean,
fucking Uncle Phil saying, "Go get Lucille."
we.
That's not fucking different.
I mean, like I
That's the
said, if
same
we.
shit.
Break out
That's the
Lucille.
same shit. So yeah, so if homie could break out Lucille and everyone go happy, I'm gonna go happy when my man goes two sword style and chops this motherfucker's head off.
I'm gonna just say that
Where's his
I
torso
think
at?
it's better the way that they
Well, he
portrayed that
chops
in
the
Baki.
head came with the torso, so it's whatever.
Yeah,
Baki on some
but
crazy shit.
but
Baki is
that
like
it
an
is on some
acid trip
crazy
and a
shit.
half.
But I think that's better the way they represented that style of training themselves in Baki because he got so extreme to where he was causing physical damage to himself in that fight versus sitting there and meditating and thinking about all of the different fights that you could have and every way they can go. He's actually feeling it. It's like the most extreme form of method acting you could think of versus I'm gonna sit here and just think about every single outcome that could happen, and then I'm going to act on the one that I just figured out. Who says that he has everything he needs to pull that off in the first place? Just by thinking about it, how do you have the muscle memory? How do you have the strength? How do you have the coordination to just go ahead and execute once you find that solution? So that's why I was
Said
like,
he
it was a little
literally
strict.
has been training every day since he was born,
Mm.
and he's been dead for a long, long, long time.
That's why he could only
And
achieve it after he was dead.
In
So
anime, you're forgetting that this is anime. So, and
fact.
anime, that is a multiplier, all right?
That is
That
a
is a multiplier.
This man.
We gotta disagree.
In every anime, you could divide maybe into sub animes, like a slice of life or something. But like, no, it's a
Listen.
multiplier, bro.
This man was the greatest samurai in death, but hey, he won it.
Yeah,
So
he is.
okay,
But he's
we
not
got
the
it.
greatest samurai in life.
Yep, he was
And
the
we're
one in
not
death.
fighting a life battle. We're fighting a death battle. So why would you
all right.
want the death guy?
All right. At this point, we ain't getting nowhere. Bottom line is the third
No,
fight.
we're getting somewhere. The parade was not rained on. The parade was not rained on. Mission fucking accomplished. All right. They disagree with me. I agree with myself. I have a smile on my face.
Stop agreeing with
Mission
yourself on camera,
accomplished.
man. That's
Oh no no no.
We got it. We
I
got
agree
it
with
though.
myself.
All right. Bottom line is we can all just attest for the fact that the third fight was good. It wasn't bad, and I enjoyed it personally. Me, I enjoyed the third fight. Second fight is definitely hands down my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be honest, but third fight I definitely enjoyed it. Did my man go God mode at the end and kill a god and finally gave him the humanity that W? Yes. Was I extremely happy?
He saw the grid of existence.
Yes.
He saw the grid of existence. He saw that's the source wall. He saw it. He saw it.
Oh my god.
He saw the atoms and shit. What the hell was that? He saw the source code.
Look, bottom line is my man gave us the W, and that's what we need.
He did.
He gave humanity the W. We needed it.
Can't deny it.
Okay.
Can't deny it.
Granted, there was some anime bullshit that's into why he got the W.
Mm-hmm.
But
Definitely.
he got the W. So bottom line is he did his job. Okay?
It was 100% anime bullshit.
100%.
Yes, 100%. 100%. No lie. But that's why I love it.
Let's also
That's why I love it.
that this is Record of Ragnarok. The whole
I was
series
about to say
is
that's the
anime
whole
bullshit.
show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely anime bullshit.
But that's what made it awesome.
But here's my next question, and this one should be relatively quicker than the discussions we just had. No, we're not out. Huh?
So we are running out of time. Running the clock.
Yep.
So with that being said, anticipation for the next fight. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I saw the lineup for the matchup for the next fight, I was like, the fuck? A whole brain fart as to how this is gonna happen went in my head, and then I started thinking about it legitly, and I'm like, how is this gonna play out? So, like, what do you guys like? How do you think this is going to play out? Do you think this is a legit matchup, or do you think this is more anime bullshit? Like,
Record of Ragnarok. I was gonna say Record of Ragnarok is one of the only series I don't know anything about the manga. So, from my perspective as an anime only, you brought my man's home turf up, and you said it's okay. You can't just do that. You can't just let dude bring in London. I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I know what you could do in those walls. It's crazy.
I think we're going to see the same kind of outcome.
But then it's Hercules also. You know what I mean? Like, I am not gonna front. I love
But we got
Hercules. Like, he's dope. He's dope. He's dope. Like,
we have a cold, calculating character versus a really super OP character, like strong as shit.
Yeah.
How do you think that will
but
play
you really,
out?
but you really can't let anybody bring home turf.
And he
Like
has home
everybody
turf
else was
advantage.
fighting. Yeah,
Yep.
everybody was fighting on that flat battlefield. You know, like everyone was fighting on Final Destination.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're bringing them to
Final
Pokemon
Destination.
Stadium. You know what I mean? Like you're bringing in platforms. Yeah, you're bringing it to platforms and stuff, mixing it up. They're not ready
I,
for it.
I
They're not
will
ready for the
say this:
combos.
Hmm.
there's a lot about Record of Ragnarok that is like, yeah, man, you got the creepy lecherous old dude, you got the lady with big titties, you got some dude who's really strong and just yelling about everything, you got the son who's in his father's shadow, you got the really shifty like character that's like, oh, what's going on with that guy? Like, it's but to its credit, when it comes to the fights, I actually don't really know what's going to happen. So like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't really make an accurate prediction
Yeah.
because, as Kobold, representative of the ancients, so said, it's anime bullshit, man. Like that's like why I'm watching
Very
it, right?
true.
Because like
Very true.
how
Gotta
like
love
there's
the
a degree
anime
of
bullshit, bro.
JoJo's that we watch, like how much more ridiculous can this get?
Yep.
So I'm also here to see like how much more ridiculous can this fight get?
You know what it is?
Yo,
What
they
is it?
said they were playing London Bridge, bro.
Yeah. You know what it is? I think the bottom underline. All right. In every anime, there's a protagonist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which
I
is the Valkyrie
y'all
lady,
can
no?
agree with me. Y'all can disagree with me. I don't really care. This is how I feel. I
Okay.
feel there is no protagonist in this anime. I
No,
feel like
Nah,
it is
not at
this
all.
the main character is the Valkyrie lady, Broomhilda. I feel she's the
The
one we always go
protagonist
back to.
is
You know what I mean?
the
Do
pantheon
you
of
think
gods
she'll
versus
become
the
a weapon?
humans. You know,
She will have to become a weapon because of
Mm-hmm.
the numbers.
Right.
But my
So.
thing is just like the little girl, she's a Valkyrie too. So it's like, when are
Mm-hmm.
you gonna have to man up? You're gonna be the last one
Mm-hmm.
because they're all going to not let you go before them because you're the youngest.
Right.
Yep.
yeah.
But you're gonna be the one that has to bring in the win. So what are you gonna turn into?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and Kobo, I guess I see your point about what you said about what the protagonist is, but I still don't see it because I'm like, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know why, but literally the ending could go either way. The humans could actually be
Mm-hmm.
eradicated and be a twist ending, or
Mm-hmm.
or the humans could win, or it could be a middle ground. I feel like there's no telling what is actually going to transpire for the ending. Just like Argus
It's
said,
gonna be awesome.
you don't know what's happening with these fights. You don't know what the outcome is going to be. And it's been a long time since I watched the anime where I'm like, okay, I don't know the outcome. I don't. Like
Yeah, you
when
know,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be
Goku
cool.
fought Frieza, you knew Goku was eventually going to win. You just knew he's the main. He's the protagonist. He's the
Mm-hmm.
main character. Like Yusuke versus
Younger Toguro.
younger
So
Taguro.
yo,
You knew how the
I'm
outcome was
gonna
going to end.
I'm gonna throw this out at you guys, right? So we get to the end of the anime, all the
Okay.
people fought, right?
Okay.
And then some anime bullshit happens, and now all the people are back, and we get a big ass free for all. Would that not be pretty damn cool? Like just everybody fighting for no
Like,
fucking reason.
I will find it entertaining, but at the same time, I'll be hella pissed because what I'll go through all those emotions for. But every
No, they're
time
all
he's
gonna die
back,
again. They're all gonna die again. They're all gonna die again. But
I'm
it's
gonna
just
be
like one
pissed.
last bullshit. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be
It's just like
fucking
one
pissed.
last effort to just like have
All right,
some awesome.
everybody, mark your calendars. January 29th, Xantar Boogle's calling the end of Record of Ragnarok. Let's see. Let's see. Call
Or,
it.
Oh
you know
no!
what?
Screen cap this right
I
now.
was just spit.
Somebody
All
clip
right,
this.
if
Hold on,
that's the end of Record of
hold on.
Ragnarok, I'm
I,
gonna lose my shit. I
I
really
have,
don't
I
know,
have
and I
something to
don't
say.
want that to be.
I have
All right,
something
I
to say.
what you got to say,
hope it
Chris?
has a better ending.
Hold on, I have something to say. I don't agree because, but a lot of these things you guys said, and one is I think that you guys missed the point where Zeus told the four armed spider guy, everybody sit this out. The Greek gods will promise something, so the Greek gods are going to
Mm.
fight.
Mm.
That's what Hercules.
he so that's why I'm thinking like we don't know if there's actually going to be 12 gods or if the Greek gods are just going to take over and that's who the human beings are going to fight. Like Hercules may kill Jack the Ripper and then go on to fight somebody else and tag your man. Like you don't know what's going to happen because because Zeus literally literally said this to the spider god. He said, um, Sit
No,
this one
because they
out.
got Thor. They got
Yeah,
Thor in there, so like it would just feel weird that like they would have like one Norse god and
yeah.
then just Greek god it
Straight
all the
Greeks.
way into the end. You know what I mean?
And then
Well,
there's that
Like
one
that would it'd be
that's
like
what
really
Indian
biased,
god
especially when
that wants
you
to really
yeah,
fight.
that's this
well,
that's
Zeus
it.
did say that to him. He said the Greek gods were promised something. He said, so we're going to fight. And I'm
No,
like,
Yeah,
no, he didn't.
that's
No, the
what
Greek one.
Hercules.
No, the Greek gods promised they would win. That's what they promised.
I didn't
Not
hear that.
they
I
weren't. The
heard him
Greek
say,
gods weren't
I
promised
heard him
anything
say,
to them.
I heard him
Zeus
say the
said he
Greek gods
promised
were
that the Greek
promised.
gods would win,
I
and
heard
when
him say the Greek
Poseidon's
gods were promised something, and that was it.
yeah, no, it was the Greek god. It was Zeus who made the promise, uh, uh, for the Greek gods, saying that they would win. If I'm not mistaken, saying that
I,
they would win, they wouldn't lose. But with Poseidon's death, they reneged on that. So
no,
now
I
they
don't.
saying that they owe. Now they put. That's why they threw in Hercules, because now it's an eye for an eye.
No, what
But
they
that
said was
wasn't.
they would get revenge for Poseidon.
There
Mm.
we go.
Not that they would win; they're gonna attempt to win. But now it's just
You tried
clarifying
it.
on that. Yeah.
Tony, you vaping on camera?
You're not
Uh,
vaping.
uh,
I was trying to be respectful.
Demonetized.
I know, right? Demonetized immediately.
Demonetized.
I was being
Yeah.
that's my.
respectful, man.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's my inhaler.
First you get the
So
viewers,
Taylor.
then you get the monetization. All right.
Ooh.
You gotta get the fans
Look,
first.
man, this is 18
Ooh.
or over. You gotta. I say I put this in 18
With
or
how
over.
much we cost, trust me, we're fine.
Yeah, how much I threatened to kill Cobalt? Trust me, we're good.
You guys
All
haven't
right.
heard 9-year-olds on
On that
Fortnite, I
note,
guess.
on that note, my friends, I do have one big question.
Listen,
Record of Ragnarok, binge or cringe?
Hmm.
Tone, if you can go first, please.
I'm gonna be 100% honest, man. I don't even want to give it a full binge. I
Yeah.
enjoy it, yeah. I don't want to give it a
Yep.
full binge because there's some,
Do
like
you
you said,
have like a like a middle
All right,
thing?
hold on. I got
I'm
one.
100% cringe. Fuck that shit.
Let's do out of 5 out of 5 binge or 5 out of 5 cringe. So that way you could be like, okay, it's like a 2 out of 5 binge, but it's a 4 out of 5 cringe. Like
Okay, so we doing a spectrum. I got it.
binge and or cringe. There you go.
A binge or cringe spectrum. I like that. So with that being the case, if I had to say on the cringier side, definitely put it at like a 2 to 3. Binge 4 for a balanced out total of a 7.
I
Yeah.
say, I say on the cringe side, about a 3, because it's not finished. Because the only reason is because it's taking forever for the second season to come out. So I'm gonna say cringe because it's like
You
when
mean
you,
fall?
huh?
You
It's coming
mean
out in the
fall?
fall or winter.
Yeah, it's
No,
coming
no,
out in the fall.
I know it's coming out in the fall. I said, but I'm
But
saying
it's
that
just like it came out last year.
yeah.
Santo, let the
You
man
know what I
speak.
mean? It's just like
And then you have like, okay, when I like, so when I'm binge watching something, I want to see I want the full, the full spectrum of it. I want
Right.
every single season.
Right.
And so like I said, so 3 cringe for me, but also it's a 2.5 on the binge watch just until the new season comes out. Then I can rewatch everything all together. To be
Respectful. So
That's it.
5.5 for Grim.
Yeah, 5.5 for me.
5.5. All right, who's next?
Go bold.
I'll go.
Cobal's all
On,
cringe.
yeah, on cringe, it's going all the way up to 4. All right. There are too many things, too many tropes, too much of a cookie cutter storyline, and too many things I just had an issue with.
Okay.
On binge, I'll give it a 3 for each fight, because there was aspects of each fight that I did enjoy.
Okay. All right. Respectable.
No,
No.
what you got, sir?
For binge, I give it a 4. It's not, it's not the best anime, but at the same time, it's just something to watch. I mean, sometimes you don't have
True.
much time, or you just want to just watch something just to get time over. And I mean, I would say that's a good 4. Cringe, I would say 3, because to be honest, with like everybody said, it's the expectations. You see who's gonna fight, you hear about who's gonna fight, and then you're in it. But then after two episodes, they're still fighting within their 10-minute match. You're like, okay, well,
they were there in the
I
Machian
so
time, dog.
yeah,
Again,
I'll give it a 4, just because it could be a time killer. But Cringe, I would say 3, because some people could be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right. All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Xantar?
You asked me a question, and it's binge or cringe. I ain't doing no stars. I'm saying
Okay, that
binge.
is your
Okay.
right.
Binge.
All right.
It's not that many episodes. It's not hard on the eyes.
Yep.
It's very easy to follow. It's good. It's casual. It doesn't have to be freaking Dragon Ball Z or JoJo's to be good.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I think that's
It's.
fair.
Would you watch this or would you go watch Maid Sama?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Boom.
you
Boom.
really want me
Yes.
to
We have
answer
other
that?
anime like that. We have other anime like that that are actually anime that we don't even acknowledge.
Mm.
So the fact that we acknowledge Record of Ragnarok right now and the fact that it is so easy to ingest makes it a binge on the Xantar Bugle scale.
Okay. Respectable. Respectable
Facts.
answer.
Yeah.
Facts.
Cryptic?
I
Oh wait, you want to go next, Argent? Or
I
I
about to say,
think
yeah. Good.
I think it's, dare I say, it's so cringe that you should binge.
Mm.
Like
Respect that. Thank
what?
you. Thank
It's
you.
a
Oh,
chub. It's
wow.
a chub.
like it's I got to the point where I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but now I gotta finish it. And then I
Mm.
was
Yep.
mad
Yep.
because I was like, now I got a second season, so now I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
That's like if you order something from a restaurant and they don't give you like what you want, but you taste it and you're like, ooh.
But then you eat it, but you like that's
Yeah,
not what I
but you
ordered, but
don't
I ate
really
it.
like it. Yeah, you don't really like it, but
Hmm.
it's also interesting enough that you eat it.
It's an acquired taste. It's definitely an
Yeah, you know
acquired
what I
taste
mean?
anime. I'll
Yeah,
definitely
that's
give
a
it like
better way of
a
saying it.
it. I agree with Xantar and I agree with Arjun. I mean, it's not like it doesn't have to be perfect. It does not. It's very easy. It's real quick. You just get on in there. You get your action fix. You get some cool matchups that you don't really expect. If they can do better in the second season, I'm going to say that's 100% cringe or not cringe. 100% binge if you can get through some of those weird little parts because I mean, shit, every anime has some weirdness that they don't really. I don't think it just transfers very well from going from Japanese to
Yeah.
America.
There are
I
some
think
anime
that's what
that
that is. But I mean, it is a Netflix anime too. On top of that, so you already know who your audience is. So come on, Netflix, you can do a little better. You gave us Castlevania, you did really good with that. You can do
they did
something better with
excellent
these
with that.
with these studios. So yeah, definitely it was a good anime though. I give it a binge. Probably a 4 binge, 3 cringe.
Okay.
Call
All right.
it.
Also, I do have to
Yep.
say, opening and ending slap, yo.
Slap.
Yeah, they
Slapped
did. They
hardcore.
slapped.
Yep.
They slapped. They
I wasn't
definitely
even arguing that one. Yeah.
So
Yep.
we're gonna put another point in the binge box, right?
Yep.
We're gonna.
It's
This is
that's
me
a,
putting my little
You
yep.
token
know,
in the binge coins.
He got it.
real
He got it.
real
He
quick,
got it.
real quick. I think I want to say thank you guys so much because I talking to you guys always helps me realize like I don't think it's good to say, well, I don't think it's effective to say if something's like bad or good.
Yeah.
It's just like, and Josh on the Blur Bar tries to do this all the time. It's like I'm not the target audience. You know, Xantar, I think you made some really good points. And Grim even was talking about his wife was just like, oh, I'll watch this, you know, because
Mhm.
she don't really watch anime. But Xantar made a great point of like, not everybody's looking for a Death Note or a domestic girlfriend or
Right.
Or Code
you know, like,
Geass.
so yeah, some people just
Yeah.
want to see some stuff happen. That's true. That's a good point.
Yep.
I will join your parade, Xantar. I will join
The
it.
parade is strong.
No,
Not a
cheese
drop
on
has
the
landed on
parade.
it.
All right. If this happens through a couple episodes, we're making this a shirt. No rain on the parade.
All
With a
right.
picture of me burning the umbrella, just like a
So
like a silhouette.
I like that though. I like
It's
that.
a
That
good
sounds like
point
good.
that we're not always the target audience,
Yep.
Definitely not.
and that is something to keep in mind. Like this anime probably wouldn't like it didn't even make my radar. All right, I saw it and I not even a question. I moved over it. There's way other better anime out right now. I wanted to watch,
Mhm.
and that's the truth for me. But I'm not the target audience. This is a Netflix show. It's probably they're probably trying to target people a hell of a lot younger than me, you know.
Mhm.
And I think it's not like I'm pretty pretentious with my history and mythology stuff like that. Like that type of information, I want content there. You know,
Mhm.
they're not going to do that for a show that's made for ages 13 to 23. You know.
Right. He's right. He's right for sure. But
What's up?
I guess where we come down to it is like is it's a binge worthy show
Yep.
for sure. Or
Sure.
we hit that we've hit that identifier for it. So we're just gonna go say binge or cringe. It is binge. Record of Ragnarok is a binge worthy anime. And
Yep.
season 2 is coming out later this year. They didn't. I don't think they gave an exact date. I could be wrong, but
They just said like late, just like
yeah.
fallish, which could
Mhm.
bleed into winter because
Mhm.
reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It also depends on like how effective they can get the studio time to make everything and all that with
Yep.
everything that's going on in the world right now. So we'll see what happens when that falls. But yeah, so I think we've like talked about a lot when discussing this. We discussed every fight, broke it down. Everybody seems to really enjoy. The biggest background for it was like the mythology and the history, which they mixed the two, which is very entertaining in my or especially if you're a history and mythology buff,
Mhm.
which that will at least draw you in and keep your attention for if nothing else. So yeah, I'm gonna give I clap a little bit for Record of Ragnarok. Very entertaining, and it's and like this and like we already said, we as big people as people who've been watching anime for a long time, we're not the target audience. It's
Mhm.
obviously for people since anime now is mainstream. It's the target audience are people who've never seen anime before. Yes, I thank you for the quotations. Never
So
seen anime before or given it a real shot, which I've said to many people over the last couple years, since ever the last year and a half and whatever, since starting Binge or Cringe, there's something for that's in anime. There's something for everybody.
Mhm.
True.
You may
Absolutely.
look. There are a lot of people that look down on anime, but then you tell them to watch something, and
Are
because you
you
know
guys
they might
out?
enjoy it, or you recommend it, and they like, I enjoyed that. There's something for everybody in anime. There's
Yeah.
something for everybody.
Yeah.
No,
So.
hands down.
Yep. Yep.
Like
Yep.
Grim, two people who were prime examples for me, Grim and my mom. I recommended a rom com to my mom. She loved it because she loves Korean dramas. So I recommended
Nice.
something along those lines. She fell in love with it. Got mad at me because the ending made her cry. But like,
Mm.
it is
I'll
what it
never
is.
it'll do
I'll
it
never
to you.
forget the one time I was chilling with my grandma, and she was like, "Yo, you like Avatar: The Last Airbender?" And I was like,
What?
"Yes."
What
She's
is
like,
wrong
"Yeah."
with you?
She was like, "Yo, I love Avatar. I couldn't get Naruto though. Why he always screaming?" And I was like, "Damn, grandma, why is he always
Daddy
screaming?"
Y'all
issues,
is
You
mommy
it?
got a
issues.
point. Got a
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
I
Believe
could
it.
you I Naruto deserves to scream.
Yeah.
Those
I
are
don't
Mm.
screams
know.
of pain. Those are
I don't
screams of
know.
pain.
I don't
Those are
know the
screams of pain
context,
and loneliness.
but I do know.
There's
As you
nerves
wear
stuck
a
in my house.
Naruto headband with a fist on it.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's a custom
Yep.
Naruto headband.
I'm gonna
so
need a link
I
for
don't
that.
know what context Xantar is talking about, but I would like to say from Argent, King Cryptid himself, Colbid, Kobold, Archives of the Ancients, we got known, we got Xantar Boogles, and finally, last but not least, Ideal Tone. I think we're all here at the table to make it known.
We definitely are.
Nice.
Arjun, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. And gentlemen of the table, gentlemen
Hey,
of the tone table, my idealists, my visionaries. I appreciate you guys coming here from your respective different worlds and times and everything that you got going on. We all got to go our own lives, and I just really appreciate the fact that we get together and do this as much as we can. Um, so that's really it. We discussed it. Record of Ragnarok. Go watch it, guys. Be your own judge. Don't
Or
let us.
don't, you know.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
this
Or
is
don't.
why they put the
Whatever you
mics here,
want.
though. They
Or
came
don't.
over
So.
here for a reason. Go
Yep.
watch it. Go
Yep.
Go
watch
watch it.
it. You need a
Go watch it.
decision. You need someone to tell you what to do, and we are those people. That's why you clicked on this video. Go watch the damn show.
Go watch it. Make your own decision whether you like it or
Everybody
not.
has Netflix some way, shape, or form. You have an uncle or cousin who has it. Get Netflix. Watch it.
An estranged girlfriend. Whatever.
What?
Case.
Okay, before you go and watch Record of Ragnarok, make sure you like, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell so you don't miss a post, because you know we're gonna be here. The parade's going, baby, and you don't
Parade's
want to
going.
miss it. Okay, the parade is going.
And with that being said,
You should
I'm gonna go
comment
ahead.
as well.
I'm gonna go ahead. Definitely that. But with that being said, before we get out of here, just gonna announce what the plan is for next month. I don't mind saying it right now. We'll put it in the Discord for everybody to just be able to go over it later. But next month, as we know, it is Black History Month,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going back to Binge or Cringe, olden good times, start of it days. All right. Do your research now, fellas. We are doing Binge or Cringe Black History Month. All black anime and cartoon characters are on the table. We will all pick our top five, and we will. But I say top five only because
Top, you
I
mean
want.
like everyone's gonna pick the
Craig
same first one?
at the
Come on.
creek.
I'm getting there, Coco. I'm getting there.
Little
Don't worry.
Bill.
Hold up. No, I got this. So pretty much, we just gotta pick 5 black anime characters and why we love them.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Okay,
I like that.
that's pretty
I like
good. All right,
that.
that's good.
Craig at the
Yeah.
creek.
So we're going back to Binge or Cringe Oranges. All right. So everybody pick five. Granted, you I won't. Granted, the reason you pick five is because you might need
Time.
2 backups. Time, and you might need 2 backups. So everybody will only say 3 for time, depending on how many
Yeah.
people's there. But but I say
Ooh.
5 because 2 backups. Someone may say your choice.
No, you gotta put somebody on the bench.
Yeah,
Oh.
someone may say your choice. So
Hold
yes.
up.
Yo,
Was I
how do you do that? You got Kobe, LeBron, and
was I the only
Michael
one that
Jordan,
thought?
and you gotta tell Magic Johnson he gotta sit on the bench.
Yeah, well, it's Magic Johnson. He'd be all right.
It will be all right. For a minute there, I thought you said we were doing Binge or Cringe Good Times, and I was like, man,
What?
I didn't see that coming.
Yo,
Whoa, what?
Huh.
What?
good
What?
God.
Hello, left fields. You are here.
Wow.
All I know is if we did that though, that'd be dynamite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ah!
But
I
yeah,
was
so
like, an
Black,
anime?
Black History Month,
I thought
guys.
we talking about anime.
Come with your top 5. Be prepared to say your top 3, and then we will literally say who the top. We will discuss who we believe was the top 5 out of all those characters.
Hi, buddy.
All right, going back to the origins of Benji Cringe for a little bit. We will be doing the same thing if you're interested, or at least that's I'm thinking about it. For after we're going to do Back History Month first, and then we're going to do rom coms for Valentine's Day.
Cyberpunk 2077, number
Oh, that's my
one.
birthday. Valentine's Day is my birthday, y'all.
Yeah, so we're going to do both of those, and it'll be Xantar's birthday. So that's the plan for this month. Hope to see you gentlemen there. I will release the dates on when we're doing each one, and that's it. And as always, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I just made that known. Later.
Good
Woo!
night, everyone.
Peace.
Peace.